Shout out to my peoples. I would be remiss to tell you. We had our first sucky show yesterday. Yeah. We had our first show that sucked yesterday. Uh, I allowed people to throw me off. We've never had this few people in here. What you guys are doing, but it's all good. Um, Yesterday, my first time getting thrown off in the show by commenters. But as a form of making up for it, people, we have heat, right? We have heat. Those of you who are not familiar with the show, share the show with us. Rock on out with us because we have the thing that's cool about this show. Here's what the premise of this show is. There are some shows that are for pure entertainment sake and things of that nature. The thing about this show is there are none of our shows out of 2,500 shows. And a lot of our shows are between 2 to 5 hours. We've even done a 16-hour show before, right? But the thing that's amazing about this show is every single one of these shows is inspired by something that we deal with typically throughout our lives or our daily lives that probably needs remedied or something like that. We do the research, we come up with the topics based on the things that people go through, things of that nature, and we do the research on how people typically get over those things, right? Those of you on YouTube, share the show. We weren't going to do a show today. You guys know we don't do a show on the weekend, but I said, what the hey? Topic of today's show, people. When she's not attracted to you anymore, she'll do this. You know what people don't think about, and this is why I tell you guys this show is so important. Larry Love up in this situation. You already know, my people. Larry Love, I dropped 3 bombs for my people. The reason why I say that this show is so beneficial is because there's tough topics. There's things that people really do go through. And if let's just say it like it is. The average person is the average person. The average person is likely not doing research. The average person is probably doesn't have high problem solving skills, critical thinking skills, things of this nature, right? These things need addressed because they're tearing relationships apart. When you guys are encountering things, think about this. When you guys are encountering things and you don't know how to address these things, look, they said the first thing to go is the mental. PA said, what time are your live shows? 6:30 every day, but we really don't do shows on the weekend. We're just doing the show today because I have the hottest crowd online, right? But listen, no one talks about when that woman is not attracted to you anymore. And she just hasn't told you. Not because she's a bad person, but she hasn't told you because, she probably doesn't want to hurt your feelings and things like that. Tonight, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about something that a lot of men feel, but no one ever wants to say out loud. When your woman is no longer attracted to you. Not when she hates you. Not when she wants to leave. When she's still there, but the attraction is gone. That's real. That's real. Why do we pretend like that's not real? She's not even doing it because she's a bad person. It's called life. You know what I have learned throughout this show? Cam Baby in the building. My girl K up in this situation rocking with us. Oh no, that's KN. Okay, I thought that was Miss K up in this situation. That stuff happens a lot. Can you imagine being touched? Being touched by someone you're not attracted to. You don't want to be a horrible person because this is somebody you once loved. So you're going to give up the sex. You're going to give up the sex. But it's not going to be good. Lady Warbucks in the building. It's not going to be good, especially to a woman. A woman, you have to stimulate a woman. Her mind has to be wet before her downstairs parts will get wet. If your woman is not attracted to you anymore, it's going to be a bad experience every time you guys get in bed. You can always tell when a woman's attraction dips too. It doesn't happen overnight. It fades in stages. At first, she's still kind, right? She's still kind. She's still around, but her energy changes. She's less playful, less feminine, less excited to see you. It's not disrespect. It's disinterest, right? The sex is going to change. The sex is going to change. Because that's always the first place that it shows up, in the highest level of intimacy, in the contact, and in all of those things. When a woman's attraction drops, the sex becomes robotic. Because she still knows you're a good dude. You haven't even done anything to her. So she still cares about your feelings, things of that nature. She still doesn't wish any ill upon you. This is a thing you guys are going through for whatever reason. Let's say you did do something to her. It's still not enough for her to say, I don't give a damn if he get none or not. It's still not enough. She still remembers all of the good times you guys had, how cool you guys are together, the marriage or the relationship. It's not enough for her to say, I want out of this. But there's something you've done or something that's going on between you guys that she's not attracted to you anymore. The sex will become robotic. She's doing it, but she's not into it. Her breathing is different. Her enthusiasm is gone. She's definitely not initiating it anymore. Listen, she would be just fine if you never asked for any. Right? Her body feels like it's trying to get it over with. Like she'll just be laying there. Like, if she's a good person, she might even fake. Yeah, it was good, baby. A lot of people go through this. But if you guys don't talk about it, you guys are going to stay stuck in robotic mode. She starts avoiding intimacy, not just sex. Your touch is gross to her. It's gross. See, listen, this stuff is different between men and women. They said, hey, that's real talk. They said, listen, just to reiterate, no virgin dating advice in the chat room. Please hit that. Yeah, listen. We had a for real live 30-year-old virgin come up on the show the other day giving out dating advice. I want you guys to imagine somebody touching you who you're unattracted to. It's not because either of you are bad people. Listen, I'm telling you, you can see this in a woman in stages. Definitely no more kisses. Definitely no more kisses. No more hugging you for no reason. She's not attracted to you. Listen to how that sounds. I'm not attracted to you anymore. No more just touching your chest, right? No more grabbing you when you walk by. Sex starts to feel like an obligation, not a desire. I think that's one of the biggest and most distinct things. That's one of the most distinct things. When it feels like an obligation. Listen, you know what's really cool? I'm going to tell you guys something that's really what men love about sex. Listen, chat, we got 3 times the people in here than the likes. If we get the thumbs up, more people will be involved in the show. We're going to be bringing people up tonight. If you have disagreements with the show, you can challenge my viewpoints. We're going to be bringing people up on YouTube and on TikTok, right? So listen, people, I need you guys to share the show. My TikTok people, they always rock with me. I need you to share the show like nuts. YouTube, it's nothing to share the show. That's what I'm talking about, YouTube. Hit that like, hit that thumbs up button. That's what I'm talking about. See, I knew my people were down in here somewhere. Around here, right? But listen, I'm going to say this to all of you guys. When you guys start feeling like that about somebody you've pledged to go through this thing called life with, but that's what I was going to say in the beginning, and I interrupted myself. What I have come to understand about this show, shout out to my girl Sweets over here. I appreciate it, love. Rocking with me early on. What I have come to understand, and this is especially prevalent with women, you know what we always hear? We always hear with women, we always hear about the things that don't go right or might not go right. Listen, I want all of you ladies to listen to this and understand this. This is an imperfect life we live. I hear you guys often about the minuscule things that aren't going right. If you listen to women when they tell you what they want in a man, they don't want any turbulence. They don't want anything to go wrong. Listen, if you look forward to the things that are going to go wrong, your life will be so dope because they're coming. They're coming. His fart stink. He left socks out. He cheated. Or you cheated. I need you guys to stop this fairy tale Disneyland stuff. It's not real. And if we acknowledge it's not real, then when that stuff happens, it won't rock us as hard. You guys get rocked hard because somebody does something that caught you off guard, but something that we've been taught happens on a regular occurrence in society, in life. I listen to you guys. You want no turbulence at all. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But listen, you guys really need to pay attention to this thing when it happens. Because if it's not addressed, this thing can get bad. Because men don't like being treated like trash. And that's how we take that when you don't want to touch me anymore, right? Listen, you're not even a bad person. You've become unattracted to me. When you're unattracted to somebody, do you know what it's like kissing someone you're not attracted to? Ugh. And I'm talking about a real kiss. Do you know what it's like having sex with somebody you're not attracted to? And you go through it because this is a person you're in a relationship with, a person you respect, probably a person you love, probably a person you've been through some things in life with. So you don't mean that person no ill. You don't have any disdain for that person, but you're not attracted to them anymore. You guys need to talk about that. Ladies, listen, when you hit that stage, I know you're trying to save his heart. I know you're trying to be respectful and all of that, but you're doing both of you guys a disservice right then and there. Because if you let him know that you don't know what's happening to you, let's say it's something that he did. Let him know, babe, that thing that happened between us, I haven't gotten over it. And I have to be honest with you, I don't feel the same. My attraction to you, maybe it's something we can work out. Maybe it's something we can work on, babe. But see, because when you tell him that, every time he touches you or just comes over there, grabs your chin, pull it up there so he can give you a kiss, and you want to throw up your own stomach. Now he's aware of that. So he'll likely chill out on that stuff a little bit. Now you won't be as cringe as often, right? You guys got to talk about these things. Listen, when she's not responding to your touch the same way. Before, you touched her thigh and she melted. Now you touch her thigh and she tenses up or shifts away. Not because she's mad at you, but because she no longer feels drawn to you. right? She still has sex, but it's different. And you know it's different. It's like laying down with a corpse. It's like laying down with a corpse. Yeah, yeah. You heard what my bro said. They may not be attracted to you, but stay around because of the kids. And I respect that. She said, what do you think happens in the relationship for something like this to happen? Women, the women, what do you think happens in a relationship for this to happen? Oh, when the women starts to reject. Listen, women, listen. If we're going to talk about it, let's just be real about it. That man doesn't have to have done anything wrong. Nothing. She could know that he is her everything. But, oh Lord, this new co-worker. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. I'm not even trying to advance him. But when I look in his direction and thoughts come in my head, and then sometimes he says hi to me, he'll come shoot the breeze, I'm becoming attracted to him. Right? And it starts to make her man seem inadequate. This dude's got a nice cut and he's very confident, the type of confident that she wishes her man was, right? It's like almost everything this guy says in the workplace is a smooth flow. He looks people in their eyes, and he never seems to be nervous. This guy is everything that you wish your man was. Now you catch yourself fantasizing about him and things like that periodically. What he becomes an exposure, an exposing of everything that you wish your man had. There's things that that you've never really stopped to think about that your man lacks in. But because you can see so many things in this new coworker that you are crazy about, for the first time now, you can see how many things that you like that your man doesn't possess. Right? It's real easy to get caught up in somebody else and then therefore acknowledge that your man doesn't have those things. It could be easy as that. It could be as easy as when women go through their hormonal changes and things, because that exists too. It could be a multitude of things. Let's take cheating off of the board. You know what a lot of women get divorced for? I was no longer happy. You know what a lot of women get divorced for? They wanted to see was the grass greener on the other side. Listen, she just said that simultaneously. DreamX said the grass isn't greener on the other side, ladies. Do you guys see that happen the moment that I was speaking that she had typed it? That's what a lot of that stuff is. Listen, and so I'm going to say something to you ladies. Those of you ladies who are in relationships and you have girlfriends who you're still cool with them. Those are your girls, right? Listen, I'm going to help you out. I'm about to help you out. It's going to be tough because you're a human being and the stories are cool for you to hear too. But when your girlfriends tell you about some of their expenditures out at the club, because you can't often go with them anymore because you have a man. Girl, let me tell you something. Me, Tracy, and Sheen went to the club the other night. Girl, don't you know Sheen saw this dude? He was fine, girl. I'm not gonna lie, he was fine. Girl, don't you know that she went home with him? Girl said he made her nut 3 times. Ladies, you may think that you're just having girl talk, and it sounds like that good. Shout out to Miss Brenda, definitely in the building with us. I got your cash app the other day, Miss Brenda. Ricky definitely in the building. Listen, it sounds like good gossip. This is what women do. They gossip, right? Shout out to Darcy over here supporting the show on TikTok. But now the opportunity for the devil to slide in your mind is occurring. When they go into detail, girl, listen, I'm talking about when he was behind me, he grabbed the back of my neck and started pulling me. Girl, it was all kinds of wet down there. The inner thighs shaking, girl, I ain't never felt nothing like that. Ladies, you're being updated like an Apple update. And you start telling yourself, that don't sound too damn bad. Be careful. Be careful of what you allow to be updated into your relationship. And I'll go so far as to say this. Tell your girlfriends, girl, you know I'm crazy about you, but I appreciate it. You know, I'm in a relationship. I'm not comfortable talking about things like that. There is no good that can come out of your girlfriends telling you about how amazing of a time that they're having out there. Girl, I'm telling you, he was this long. Right? Get that mind working. Get that mind working. Oh, we got another Men Do It tour down there in the comments. Jeez. You know, you guys often can't learn anything because you're in such competition with men. How about this? How about we're talking about women? How about that? This competition, and it's particularly found in black women, it gets you nowhere. What if we're just hearing some good information down here tonight? What if? This is good information. If you want us to talk about the men, submit a request at therealstacyprince@gmail.com. How about that? How about that? But for tonight, do you mind if I teach the show? Miss Tony? All right. All right. But listen, men, you need to be able to pick up on this too. Because as a leader of the house, once you see it occurring is when you need to step in and handle that. And I'm going to say this too. I'm going to say this, speaking of men, you know, what I've come to understand is a lot of women are talking about this. A lot of men are talking about this submissive woman. They require a submissive woman, blah, 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 blah. A lot of you can't head households. Do you know that you are the governor of that house? Even as far as emotions getting out of hand. As a man, you should be able to identify these things. You should be able to detect when things are off in your house. Now, that's the job of the woman too. But the man of the house, in the event that the woman can't detect these things, man of the house, you should be able to detect these things and pull out the relationship fire extinguisher. Because imagine if you can address something like this, get this on the discussion board before it melts off into, now it's been months since she was unattracted to him. Now it's resentment, right? Now the relationship can't be repaired, because that's one of the deadly things about that too. When a woman becomes unattracted in her significant other, if that thing festers too long, she will find a plethora of reasons to be turned off by you, right? Once she's turned off, if that goes on too long, their relationship is in a lot of trouble. It'll be really, really hard for her to reprogram herself, put those jumper cables on herself, and restart what you guys once had. It'll be really, really difficult because she spent months now getting used to being unattracted to you. Months now getting used to being turned off by you. You just walk by and you grab her by the, and ugh! It's what it feels like. It's what it feels like. And here's the crazy part. A lot of women will still have sex with a man that they're not attracted to anymore. Why? Routine. Not wanting to start a fight. She feels guilty. She doesn't know how to say it. But make no mistake about it. The connection is gone. It becomes this. Let's just get this done because he's my man. I don't want him to feel rejected. Maybe this will satisfy him so he won't start a conversation. This woman, listen, this woman doesn't even really want those type of conversations with you anymore. Fellas, the signs that I want you to look for is quietness. It's quietness. And I'm going to say this to you. When that stuff is happening, you should be looking for cheating. How can somebody who you've shared some years with, the good times, the bad times with, this and that, all of a sudden not want to talk to you and you haven't cheated? Something has sparked that. It's likely cheating. It's a high likelihood of cheating, but it's not 80% cheating, but it's not 100% guaranteed. If she's already gotten to the point where you guys aren't talking anymore, she's lightweight ready to leave you. Whoever she's cheating with has obtained more of her attention and affection than you have. Right? That's why you guys have to nip that stuff in the bud when you see it. Fellas, listen. If the sex feel like it's missing a soul, you're not imagining it. You're not imagining it. When attraction fades, conversation gets short. She stops talking to you like a woman talks to her man. Everything becomes more cordial, right? Almost even professional. Before, though, she used to ask about your day. She used to do little goofball things to play with you. Might even just come over and give you some top for no reason at all while you watching TV. Might just be walking by the kitchen, grab your package on her way past you, right? Laugh at cornball jokes or even tell you your jokes was cornball. Just starting random conversations with you for no reason. Now it's, yeah, I don't know. Nothing. And the infamous, I'm tired. You become background noise is what you have become. You talk and she's scrolling. You joke and she's forcing a smile. One of those, look. They talking about shout out to my bro Ricky setting it off up in this mother effer tonight with the Cash App. What I'm talking about. People, listen, you guys know we need to hit our $50 a night threshold over here. If we're dropping bombs, if you like, the quality of the show, show love to the show, show support. Or you can hit the Cash App at The Real Stacey Prince. Lakeisha said, nah, he never listened, so why bother? I don't understand that. You know what? I will say this as well. I really wish somebody was up here right now. Do you guys understand how low the value of relationships have gotten? People say things like, let the doorknob hit you. They won't fight for the relationship. I pity you guys. Like, I really do. A lot of you women who take this stance, there's a portion of my heart that goes out to you because I know what's waiting for you in a few years. That diagnosis that you never knew that the doctor was going to give you. That car accident. You people are in a lot of trouble and you don't even know it. When you latch on to somebody decent, not great, no, not amazing. I said somebody decent. Who you know is the caliber of individual who has his heart set on seeing you through to the end of life. You know that this is the type of man who, even if he was to become unattracted to you, he's still going to see you through to the end of life after they cut your 4 toes off for diabetes. you know that all of the things that are going to come at all of us throughout this journey in life. You know how they always told us two heads are better than one? Can you imagine going through problems and you have the brain capacity of two to figure out those problems? We can't figure you people out for the life of us. You think everything is a game, but you will see. You will most definitely see. Listen, Lakeisha said he will never listen, so why bother? Bother because you don't want to go through the toughest times of life by yourself. How about that? How about that? Whew. Fendi definitely in the building. I appreciate the love. Kelvin Stewart. And shout out to the late, great Kevin Samuels. You heard what I said? I said the late, great. Huh? I'm telling you. Ladies, I'm telling you, a lot of you are in a lot more trouble than you think. Because we are too. The only thing about it is men can handle that type of pressure better, more adequately than women. When things get really, really bad in society, men can handle it. And if we can't handle it, we're prepared to DIE. Are you? Do you know how to let that hammer go when it's time? Are you okay with jumping through a window and a huge part of the glass goes through your arm and you still got to let a hammer fly? People would say that what I'm saying right now, why is he talking about that? I believe those things are coming in America very immediately. Very immediately. I believe we're going to see something that we haven't saw, none of us have saw in our lifetime in the next year or 18 months. They're already trying to jumpstart a race war. Even Elon Musk is participating in it. And men like myself, men like my brother, we've been preppers for about, what you guys don't know about preppers, they exist. Go to Facebook dating. I'm sorry, go to Facebook. Go to the search engine, type up preppers. Do you guys know that people have been waiting for this for years? They've been stocking up on ammo, stocking up on non-perishables, stocking up on canned goods, stocking up on water, stocking up on rice, stocking up on beans. Because most people know that there's going to be a fallout. And we have a plethora of foolish women talking about, I don't need no man. Do you know what men, once chaos breaks out in the streets, do you know what men are going to do to some of you single women? I think you do know. I think you do know. Some of you guys, the cul-de-sac of your house, you done lived out there, moved out there in the white neighborhood. Yeah, girl, you know I got me a house out there. And listen, Mr. Rickshaw. Hey, Latanya, how's the kids doing? All right. Right? We're talking about people who have been nothing but kind to you 10 years that you've been in that cul-de-sac. When hell breaks loose. Shout out to Lamont over here with the Cash App rocking with us, supporting the show. When grocery store shelves have been empty for a month already, right? Mr. Rickshaw is going to turn into something that you just never would have believed. There will be militias of me and my cousins. Going to people's homes, preferably single women. People in your cul-de-sac know whether or not you have a man, know whether or not you have a defender. And when food gets scarce, when things get scarce, we'll come to those houses first because that poses the least bit of threat. Oh, he sounds like a monster right now. No, you should consider me a monster if I don't warn you. Listen, this is why you guys sound like fools to us, because men are visionaries. We see. We don't live for the now. We live in the future. We scan the universe periodically for oncoming threats, even for potential investments in just things. We think about things that you guys don't think about. We hypotheses about things that you don't in order to protect ourselves. But that's another show. Oh, bless their heart. Okay. Nell said, I'm told God got me. For those people, did you know that the Bible says only 2/3 of the population will survive? I'm sorry, 2/3 won't survive. Okay? And the Bible goes into great detail about how chaotic things are going to be. Goes into great detail. Listen, it even goes so far as to say, and woe unto you who would have a baby at that time. Things will be that terrible to where some of you are going to have to see bad things happen to your children, your babies. But that's another story. That's another show, right? I think this. I think that you guys should periodically be scanning your relationships the same way the check engine light comes on in your vehicles. I believe that you guys should be periodically scanning your relationships for potential threats. You talk, she's scrolling. You joke, and she forces a smile. Somebody down there earlier said something about, what about the men? Well, men and women are different. Men don't typically leave women. We'll even cheat, but we can't really often see ourselves abandoning you. We're not abandoners. They got studies on that. 80% of the time it's you guys. And if you're college educated, it's 90% of the time. Right? Men have a tough time abandoning women because we concern ourselves with how her life will be without us. Will she be okay? That doesn't mean 100%. That doesn't mean 100% of men won't just leave. But for the most part, the DNA, the biology of a man, we don't leave. Studies show it. It reflects in the divorce rates. 80% of the divorces filed and relationships dissolved is women. It's because you guys think that there's something better on the other side of the fence. Look, she said, I'm busted again. So I understand that some of these things you guys want to say, what about the men? I get that. But men and women are different. That's why you guys need to stop comparing yourselves to men. And if there's a legit question that you have about it, you can ask that. But you guys are doing a lot of damage by comparing men and women when we're nothing alike. We're nothing alike. Men are more loyal than women. Our love is more genuine than women's love. And I'm not saying that to challenge you or to start anything. I'm telling you facts. These are facts. We come into a relationship. Listen, we can meet you on Tinder tonight. We start investing in you on the very first day of meeting you, stranger. We spend money on you the first day we meet you, stranger. We pull your chair out. We open the car door for you. And listen, when we're walking away from the restaurant or whatever, if any type of danger jumps or dogs come running, we push you guys behind us. Listen, men have been programmed to be willing to give our lives up for our women and children. It's not the other way around. We've been programmed. Listen, women on here who they try to shoot shots at men and say, that's why men DIE before women do. Yes, we do. Yes, because the burden of life is heavier on our shoulders. Do you know that men volunteer to work all of their lives, not to have anything significant put up, but to take care of their families? They volunteer it, knowing they're not going to typically have much. Because men are selfless. We are told, we are programmed and told that our family comes first. But now, women, on the other hand, you'll abandon your entire family for your happiness, your own personal happiness. We all know it. I'm not shooting a shot at you. We're just talking, right? You guys will dismantle an entire family for your own personal happiness. You won't see if we can work it out. You say things like, let the doorknob hit you where the good Lord split you. You guys say things like, I don't want no Build-A-Bob. Yet, we have movies called Pretty Woman where men who are millionaires will go in a diner and marry the woman who brought him his damn coffee. Men don't require that you be making a certain amount of money each year. No, we don't. Men don't require that you be a certain height. Yeah, I agree with that, Andy. Andy said men are losing that training, though. You know why? Because our women have jumped on the other side of the fence indefinitely to see if the grass is greener. They constantly roam the earth, seeing if the grass is greener. So we have children being raised by women. You know what I find ironic too? We're not going to stray too far away from the show. What I find ironic is women on social media talking about Happy Father's Day to me, right? I need all of you to know this. There is no woman on the entire planet. Listen to me. No woman on the entire planet can show a boy how to be a man. Therefore, those of you who are single moms to a boy, he's going to be inadequate in some ways as it pertains to that man stuff. Some of you are so overprotective of that boy when you shouldn't be. He was supposed to get bullied at school today. I often tell people that men are supposed to have experienced at least 2 to 3 fist fights throughout their journey in life. Men are supposed to go through things. I don't even find much wrong with bullies at school. They serve a purpose. They serve a purpose. They groom us for the next bully. Right? So that's what's happening, Brother Andy. That's what's happening. I agree with you. The men are coming out. Men, real men, those of us who had our grandfathers in our lives. You would never catch us wearing one of those freaking purses like LeBron James. Never. Doesn't feel right to us. And we know what it is for real. We know what it is for real. I don't care how much money LeBron James has. Listen, shout out to Carter up in this situation with the Cash App over here in this mother. We feel funny because of our programming. Listen, when I'm in the shower or when I'm out of the shower, if I drop the lotion bottle, whatever, men, we can't bend over and pick that stuff up. I have to squat vertically straight down, bending my knees. Like, it's just in us to not be okay bending over. It's just in us. Because we seen men, right? We saw real men. So I agree with you. Yes, listen. My brother Ricky over here, he said bullies groom us for the next bully. Life. We need that. Versus women, they'll show up at the school. Because I guarantee ain't nobody effing with my... Right? Now you just cheated him out of an opportunity to further develop into the next stage of a man. That's what it is. But back to the show. People need to scan their relationships. You need to run diagnostic tests on your relationship. You'll be able to know if you're intentionally scanning and you're looking for things periodically, every 3 months, every 6 months. If things are off, you'll be able to detect them. It'll be things as simple as, you don't see that energy you used to see. She forcing smiles, like it seemed like forced smiles. You telling her something important and she's, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. See, because here's the bad part. When a woman is unattracted to you, she's not trying to be a bad person. She's not trying to be funny. She's unattracted to you and kind of really doesn't want to have anything to do with you. Kind of doesn't, and she's not, the weird part about the whole thing is she's not doing it on purpose. She's not trying to be funny. It's how she feels. Do you know how hard it is to ignore a feeling? Huh? Listen. Turbulence, people. For those of you who aren't familiar with this show, when you hear that, I'm probably about to say something that's going to ruffle some feathers. You know what I mean when I say, do you know how hard it is to ignore true feelings that are taking place on the inside of you? Men know. We know very well. That's why we hit some of you upside the head with the infamous belt buckle jingle. Yep. Listen, when we mess with a woman we feel like I would never be in a serious relationship with her, but I just needed something tonight, right? She may be 240, right? The moment a man is on top of that unsavory, low-value creature. See, before we mounted atop of her, we had a few drinks and things like that, and we had fantasies going around in our heads like, well, I'm going to beat that up. I'm going to do this to her. All of my fetishes, all of my fantasies. We just, when you're about to get some poontang, it's fantasy land. You can think about everything that you're going to do to her, right? It really doesn't matter that she's big and unattractive. It doesn't matter that she's precious. I know I'm about to beat that up, right? I done took a couple shots, maybe hit a blunt, right? The moment that a man releases, instantly, we see all 260 of those pounds that alcohol was covering up. We see her face now that alcohol was covering up. That's why the moment that we release, a lot of you have heard this. Us reaching for our pants, signaling our exit. So we even understand when you feel, I won't say disgust, but men's, when it comes to the infamous belt buckle jingle, it's disgust. It's disgust. So even with a woman who has become unattracted to her man, it's hard to fight that feeling. I don't like you touching me. Right? Instances where she's mentally somewhere else. When women aren't attracted, the mind checks out before the body ever does. When the physical touch becomes a problem, right? And see, this is one of the biggest signs. When a woman still loves you, but it isn't attracted to you, your hand on her leg feels annoying. Your hug feels too much. She pulls away from your kisses and things like that, like Sierra did Russell Wilson. She doesn't cuddle. She can't do the things that prevent a person from lying about how they truly feel about you. It's really hard to lay on the couch and cuddle with somebody you're really not feeling. It's really hard. She dodges affection. She acts like she's busy or doing something anytime you make certain advances towards her. Touch becomes a chore for her, not a pleasure. Sometimes you've had to tell her, baby, I mean, you just don't, you know what I mean? And now that you brought it up, she'll try to press herself into touching you and things like that, you know? But it feels like that. It feels like she's trying to do it. The part that men ignore, fellas, stop ignoring the signs. Women communicate loss of attraction through behavior, not through speeches. A woman can still cook for you, live with you, sleep next to you, say she loves you, while simultaneously not being attracted to you at all, because she's doing those things from a robotic standpoint. She's just trying not to be a bad person. Look, in the kitchen with the spatula. Kitchen with the spatula. really, really didn't want you to just speak to her, right? Yeah. You better pay attention. The signs are there. The signs are as hard to ignore as it is for her to let you touch her when she's unattracted to you. Some of the reason why it happens, it usually comes from one of three things. She's turned off because you're an inadequate leader. She's turned off because you're not as confident and sure of yourself as other men that she knows, other men she respects. She knows that she can bully you. She knows that she can walk over you. She knows that she can get you up out the bed right now to take her out to eat. You'll never say, girl, you better stop playing with me. You know I got to work. And it's because you dare not disappoint her. Because you don't ever want to be rejected of the things that you covet about her most. The poontang, the relationship. See, I tell people this all of the time. When it comes to relationships, a lot of you men are too respectful to your women. Stop showing so much damn respect. You over here going out of your way to figure out ways to be nice. I'm not saying show disrespect, but a lot of you guys, you don't even give that woman time enough to miss you. You don't even give her time enough to start craving you. You always shoved up her butt, even when you don't live in the same house together. Here you, hey, what you doing? They can leave that woman alone. It's actually supposed to be to where somebody who you are crazy about, right? You guys have been talking for about met on Facebook dating. You guys have been talking for about a week, and you are crazy about her. She's got that good hair, right? And you feel like, how did I land her? Check this out. Do you know, as bad as you can't wait to talk to her, you can't wait. Do you know there's supposed to be a couple of times when you want to talk to her so bad and she calls you right now? You're not doing anything. You're sitting on the couch. Wish to God she'd call. Do you know that's the very moment that you should pull one of these? Hey, what's up, cuteness? Yep. Hey, but listen, I got some things going on right now. Can I hit you back? All right, you take care, sweetie. You're too effing available. How can that woman ever crave your attention if you are constantly up her ass? Listen, phone didn't even ring. You. Oh, I thought it wrong. Did I just hear something? Uh, hello? Nigga, chill out. For real. Chill out. You can't get her by constantly overdosing her on you. How is she ever going to come to a place where she's craving you? Chill out. Listen, if you chilling out isn't enough for her, then listen, you're not enough for her anyway. I'm going to say this too. Stop. Those of you who are looking for serious relationships, ZF said, oh, waiting to text head. For real. She can smell the desperation all over you, my guy. And desperation is unattractive to women. It's unattractive to me. Women who I've been into, when they start sweating me too tough, like, too tough? Hey, chill out. I call you like periodically when you know we talk. Psycho. Well, Mr. Prince, I think if we have to play those level of mental games, it's not in our league at the time. This is what we label games now. Well, here's the thing that nobody wants to admit. We're all playing a game. You don't even like your boss. You won't tell him. And you'll wave at him every day. What's the name of that song? Everybody plays the fool. See, we got to humble ourselves in order to get far in life. Got to kiss a little bit of butt. So, who cares? Long as I get what I want out of the deal. Who cares? We're all playing the game. The sooner you guys realize that, the quicker you will obtain the things that you're trying to obtain. I don't know. Listen, we spoke on that earlier. We spoke on that earlier before the brother got here when we were talking about, when I often talk to women and you ask them what they looking for and what they want and things like that, it sounds like perfection. They don't want any turbulence, any speed bumps, or any of that. Are you crazy? Do you know the options that this woman has? So you're going to have to wiggle your way up in there if you want her. You're going to have to wiggle your way up in there a little bit, and it's all good as long as you get the prize that you came for. She said, I don't know, it was easy for me. We weren't friends. He asked me out about a year later, and he's still with me. I don't know about all that, Dream. I don't know. You don't sound like you have a secure relationship now. Maybe you should have said we're still together. Listening to you, it kind of sounds like you view it, and I could be wrong. It just kind of sounds like you view it like, yeah, I gave him a chance. You have you have held on your hands with me playing that. Let me read this again. I don't know. It was easy for me. Look, she said it was easy for me. Like, I got this nigga, right? We were friends. He asked me out about a year later, and he's still with me. We're still together. There should be mutual value. You should see value in him too. Okay, it sounds like it. You see what I'm saying? She said, I suffer from depression and I was at a point in my life where he didn't have to be in my life. That's what it sounds like. So if that's not still the case, I would advise you to figure out a different way because you can tell that it sounded to me like that you didn't have a great deal of value for him. And a man like me, you got like, you don't have one time to listen, I am cutthroat. Listen, if I pick up on the energy that You don't call me as often as I call you. I won't never call you again. I've done that probably 6 times in my life. Yeah, listen, Tina said all relationships are transactional. People need to stop being delusional 1,000 effing percent. Stop it. You guys are spending money on strangers the first date you take her out to eat. And even with her, she's seeking to get something for you too. So she's getting dressed up and things like that, wearing expensive purple. This is all transactional, people. What you should be concerned about is whether or not you get what you want. But listen, when a woman starts moving like that in a way that appears that she's unattracted to you, it's usually one of 3 things. You stop leading. She has saw some inadequacies in you that she knows isn't supposed to be there because she knows other men who don't have those inadequacies, and she can see how valuable they look in her mind and in her eyes. So therefore, it's easier for her to see that you're not right now currently possessing those qualities and elements that those other men do have that she deems valuable. Right? You don't seem to have any purpose. You don't have, I don't know. You don't seem to have any purpose, no direction, no masculine structure about yourself. You're skinny and, I don't know, frail-ish when you sit, right? You're slumped over. Your laugh is goofy. There's things about you that you need to work on. You stopped improving. Weight gain, lack of ambition, no discipline. You play the video game all the time. I'm going to throw that out there now. For those of you who ever want to see a dry kitty cat, I'm talking about a Sahara Desert dry poontang. Become a gamer with a quality woman. Here's why. Because a quality woman has usually had options. She's usually had options of men who pay her more attention, while you're the same amount of attention men have paid her, you're paying to the game. And she can't understand how you're sucking all of this electricity up, how you're sucking the plasma out of that screen, and you're not getting paid for it. She doesn't understand that. I believe it's okay for a man to play a video game to depress, let some of the, the weight of the world off of, probably. Myself, I just, no. I'm scared to play the video game. I've played, Mortal Kombat used to be my thing. James Bond, 007, I used to play all of those. But I saw other people get overly consumed in them. I'm talking about playing all day. See, my real life is so dope to where I get out of my real life what you guys seek out of the video games. I always said when people start and doing things like that, it's because they're trying to take themselves to a place that is better than their reality. Some people's reality is so unpleasant that they find another one to exist in. You do not get out of what I get out of RDR. I know that's right. Yeah. Bernard said, I'll let her go next in line. That's what's up. As long as you feel like that, that's what's up. Shout out to Rodney in this situation, rocking with us. Bernard said, I loved video games as a kid. Now I despise video games. I get it. I'm not, knocking anybody who's on it, but, I'm telling you, it's hard for a quality woman to deal with that. It's very hard for a quality woman to be okay with that. But some of you, a woman's not that, is more valuable to the game. I've encountered that. There's things about you that has turned her off. She didn't get turned off because of how amazing you were. We know that though, right? You stopped being the man that she originally chose. You got complacent, right? Women fall out of attraction when you fall out of alignment with who you are. Could be that you didn't do anything wrong. You're still the guy. But she saw somebody who's even doper than she always thought you were. Probably been flirting at work, right? And she really digs this guy. Fantasize about him blowing her butt loose. Fantasizes it all the way up until the point of it happening. Hey, sweet said, I get it's a way to relax, but damn, I agree with that. Like a couple hours a day just to decompress. But man, family is more important than that, in my opinion. Inventions and just things, because that's really is dead time. But it could be considered therapy as well. It could be considered therapy. Nah, I don't think that there's too many times, Sean, where a woman, is unattracted to you because you become a better man than she was accustomed to. Listen, when a woman becomes unattracted to you, there's a reason. There's a reason. You don't just become unattracted to something amazing. Nah. And ladies, I'm going to say this. You guys have to do exercises to humble yourself to where you can learn to be satisfied with enough, right? If you guys talk to yourselves periodically and tell yourselves out loud in the privacy of your home that enough is enough for you, then when these amazing guys come around, you meet them at the gas station and things like that, it will be a defense against you falling into temptation because your man at home is enough. You guys don't need an amazing man. You don't need a great man. You just need enough. You guys are greedy. We hear you guys talking about I won't go to the Cheesecake Factory. You guys are beyond greedy. And those are typically the people who won't have relationships. RP RP said, whether I have a woman or not, when GTA 6 come out, she's just gonna have to wait her turn. Listen, I already said, I stopped drinking, I stopped cursing, got more focused, and she cursed more and drank more, amongst other things. That's when you were supposed to put the hammer down, bro. Woman's not allowed to do that. Like, if I have put a lot of investment in her, before, some people would say, well, just get rid of her. No, if I've invested a lot in her, I'm going to see if I can salvage that and maintain the investment before I just get rid of her. So, in my version of putting that hammer down, see, me, a woman can't do what she wants in a relationship with me. She can't do whatever she wants to. I explain to a woman how my life is when we start doing our thing, what I have going on, things like that, what's important to me. And the elements about her, or traits, the traits about her that I see that pose a threat. Let's say we get serious. When I start seeing things that pose a threat to the things that the things that are important to me, she gets checked. She gets checked. And listen, You know, the red pill has messed up a lot of guys too. You know, red pill has people thinking that you're supposed to dominate a woman. I don't know. Like the version of check is, hey, do what I say. You know, red pill. People, in my personal opinion, are taking that too far. You know, like when they say they want a submissive woman, they really want like, what's wrong with a woman you can get along with? What's wrong with a woman who respects you? What's wrong with the woman who makes your life easier? The same way we tell women to stop looking for these great men and amazing men, you too. You too. We all know what makes our lives easier. We all know what makes our lives better. How come you can't be satisfied with that? Instead, you want better than what you have that already makes your life better. Until you get out there and that thing that you thought was better now has you walking around doing this in the bank. In the bank. You thought it was better. You guys play yourself at such high levels. My girl said, he's my come up. I don't want anything else. You understand me? He's enough. Shout out to my girl Mary over here supporting the TikTok. Greed. Greed. But in the event that those things happen, yeah. And I'm going to touch on what my bro RP said. See, these is my girls down here, right? Right? They know what to do. My man has made my life dramatically better. You know, we had a woman come up here, a couple of them to be honest. That was 2 months ago. And she had been with her guy for 21 years. 3 kids in, I think. I asked her if she found a rubber in his pocket. And upon investigating, she found out he's cheated a couple times. Would she leave? This ignorant, let me chill. This fool said, I'm gone. See, this is what I tell you guys about men love more genuinely than women do, and men are more careful with lives than women are. This woman said she would throw away 21 years of shared memories, shared experience, 21 years of teamwork over an incident. And see, it's that degree of thinking that has a lot of women in the current circumstance that they're in. You're not investors, you're destroyers. Hey, people on YouTube, we got one super chat. Come on, people. If the content's no good, then, by all means, don't even support the show. That's how I look at it. But let's talk about what to do when those things occur. We're past the why. If you want to fix it, you can, possibly. Shout out to my girl Sweets over here supporting the TikTok. Splendid said she didn't throw it away, she kept her peace. You're childish and you're a kid. I don't want anything to go wrong in my life. You guys are so fucking childish that it's ridiculous. And you lean on catchphrases and buzzwords that you've heard other people perpetuate around social media. Protect my peace, protect my peace. I'm so sick of this shit that you guys follow. These aren't even phrases and viewpoints of your own. You hear this stuff on TikTok and then you start repeating it. What about Jesus Christ's peace? Have you ever read the torture that he went through? We're talking about a man who never bothered anybody. What was it called? A flogging? The thing that they used to whip him. Some people have, gave in tutorials on it. Like, it was designed like hook to where when it latches onto your body, it pulls chunks of meat out. I wanted to call you guys PUSSY so bad. Like, you guys are weak as. Comments like that bother me because you're childish. You guys are childish. You don't never come up here and tell about the people who you've tricked into believing that a baby was theirs, right? You don't never come up here and talk about the things that you've done. But the moment, Lord forbid, a breeze of air that's a little bit too colder than your liking brisks across your arm. See, this is what I be talking about. Can you go get my coat? Right? Weak. Protecting her peace. Okay, since you want to talk about it, let's go. Turbulence, people. How about you protect the gym? How about that? How many of you are protecting the gym? How many of you are protecting your weight? How many of you are protecting your vajayjay and you know you got 29 bodies? Right? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about what you really deserve. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about some of the randoms that you've given head to and you met them at the club. Let's talk about some of you who have a disease right now. See, this is what I'm saying. You guys come up here and you talk like you're angels, protecting her peace, protecting her peace. Okay, so what are the skeletons in your closet? Listen, ladies, I'm going to say this to all of you. Leave these buzzwords and catchphrases alone. Jeez. Protecting your peace and you bleach somebody's clothes and key somebody's car and come on, man. Look, RP said they don't even give a damn about Jesus until they can use him as a shield against accountability. Even that's a fact because you do all of the things that he says don't do. I'm not saying men don't, but you guys do it blatantly. And Heavenly Father, I know I've said this several times, but I give you so much praise and worship, Lord God Jehovah, that you didn't make me a woman. I just give you praise. I bow down to you, and I truly thank you. I truly thank you for making me a man. Amen. Some of you think that I was joking. I wasn't. I've said that prayer a multitude of times. Boy, listen, could you guys imagine living in delusion? Could you imagine? It's almost like talking to children. I don't ever want to go through anything. Are you crazy? Back to the show. Shout out to Rufus. Hey, Rufus said, leave the words alone. For real, they make me sick just hearing it. Like they trade lingo, bro. Like from state to state. Period. Listen, have you noticed that the ratchets in Florida, the ratchets in Alabama, the ratchets in Indiana, they're all the same and they all say the same stuff. They all look the same. They all wear hair weave. They all wear makeup so thick to where they look like drag queens and their makeup was put on with butter knives. This is a thing. It's spiritual. This is a thing. Listen, they think the same thoughts. He hates women. They think the same thoughts. Then when you ask them to come up and prove something that you said wrong, they can't. But they're just saying he hates women. No, I said you shouldn't have 3 children by 3 different men. Is what I said. I said as a woman, you should not weigh 260 pounds. I don't. Yeah, but there's somebody for everybody. No, there's not. There's 3 million more women in America than there are men. So this is what I say. Women are catchphrase and buzzword junkies. They eat that stuff up. Why do you think they go over to Chris Perry and Yada Awakening and what's it, Derek Jackson's pages? Listen, watch this. Give me a thumbs up if you've ever heard, just no disrespect, it doesn't matter if you have. Give me a thumbs up if you've ever visited Derek Jackson's page or Yada Awakening's page or Chris Perry. Give me a thumbs up. I've been to it, so I just want to see. I'm not going to wait because a lot of them going to lie. I'm going to say this. Give me a thumbs up if their information has helped you obtain the relationship you've always wanted. Because I never hear any testimonials. We know the late, great Kevin Samuels had testimonials. He got people married and was more than likely going to do bigger than that. Right? And this is what we talk about. You guys stay stuck on Goofy often. How can you keep on going, not only going to the pages, but sending them cash apps and things, and their information has never provided you any of the results that you seek. What you're paying for is people to tell you things that make you feel good. Guess what men desire? Men desire growth. We get growth by maybe taking an ASS whooping, getting into a fight, right? A car tire going flat. We get growth from that stuff. Because even though it's raining, when we get out there and we fix that tire on the side of the highway and it's raining, it increases our confidence in ourselves. Even though we're pissed off at the time that we have to do it, when we get back home, we be like, I handled that. And it allows us to further understand that we can handle other greater things. It levels us up. Trials and tribulations level men up. We have never been shielded from the harsh aspects of the world. The things that happen to women, the world sympathizes with them and it coddles them. The things that happen to men, we're expected to just handle it and get over it. And that's what causes us to be so much stronger than women. The world has never been a shield to us. The world allows our lives to get taken. The world allows us to get jumped by 3 guys. Right? Yep, I agree. And listen, I'm going to say this to you guys. Do you know that when we find out you guys can go for that stuff that Derek Jackson and Yada Awaken and Ace Metaphor, we lose so much respect for you guys as human beings. We say things like, are they really effing stupid? How can you believe someone? I can't even pull it up. They tell you guys that things are going to come your way that have never came your way in 40 years. How can you keep going for that? But let's get off of that. Let's get off of that. When you do go through it, regardless as to why it occurs, when she becomes unattracted to you, there are occasions where you can fix it, but you can't fix it by chasing her. You can't fix it by begging, not by forcing intimacy. not by over complimenting her. That stuff right there doesn't fix it. Not by being as nice as you can to her. You fix it by becoming the version of you that she was initially drawn to. But let me simplify that. You fix it by becoming the man that even you would be impressed with. Start going to the gym. You don't have to get buff like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Put a little tone on you. And listen, just show. Forget her. Now we're not even talking about the woman. Become somebody you're impressed with, right? Start saving more money up. You know what I mean? Start flexing a little bit more. Get on Craigslist or one of these sites. Get you personal stylist and take about $300 a week. And you don't have to go nuts all at once. Take about $300-400. You're gonna have to pay her commission. So take her or him. Take $400 a week and start upgrading your wardrobe, right? For you, first and foremost. What you should do is utilize her being unattracted to you as a check engine light. Utilize her being unattracted to you as something that is identifying to you that there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong. Even if she's cheating, there's still something wrong with you. Because how come she's not looking at you like she's looking at the guy she cheated with? And her cheating was wrong. Even if it comes to me, I'm getting rid of anybody who cheats. They're gone. They're gone, right? But you can still use that as motivation, intensity, and fuel to level up and become a higher version of yourself. Where's the loss in that? Leveling up, using her as motivation to become a higher caliber of man. See, sometimes we need reminded that we've been too complacent lately. We need to be reminded that we got man boobs now. We need to be reminded that we've got a pudgy stomach now, right? You need to be reminded in order to do something about it. All right, people, you guys know we're approaching the 2-hour mark. We have one super chat in here. You know, if we hadn't met our nightly quota by the 2-hour mark, we'll go ahead and end the show early. The super chat is on YouTube. You can't super chat unless you're on YouTube, but the Cash App is the real Stacy Prince. Or the PayPal, the real Stacy Prince. Target. There we go. You take care, Dr. Inbox. Dr. K, she said, check your inbox after the show. All right. Listen, you're not going to be able to regain that woman's favor by anything that is associated with overcompensating, by anything that is a cousin or a distant relative of desperation. That's not going to do it. Women don't leave first. Their attraction leaves first. And most men don't feel it until it's damn near gone. They don't feel it until it's damn near gone. You fix it by becoming the version of you who you respect. The confident, focused, masculine version of yourself. Man with standards and a code that he walks by. Lines that he won't cross because of his code, right? A man with backbone. Women cannot be attracted to a man who won't occasionally tell her no, a man who won't let her know when she's going too far, a man who lets her cut him off when he's talking. They can't be attracted to you. You're supposed to be the exact opposite of that. Women do not leave first. Their attraction leaves first. And most men don't feel it until it's damn near gone. Listen, what I'm telling you guys is this. Catch it early. Catch it early. If you catch it early, you can do something about it before it grows into something else. If you don't, this is a situation that you're probably going to lose forever. It's a situation you're probably going to lose forever. Because listen, to be honest, you kind of can't even blame a woman for not being attracted to a man who doesn't have backbone. Men probably don't even want to hang out with you. You know what I'm saying? Men probably don't even rock with you like that. Shout out to Tiny over here in this situation, rocking with us, kicking the door down with the Cash App. I appreciate it, T. Hey, Rodney, you can hit us at the Cash App, the real Stacy Prince. My people gonna mess around and make us keep this show going. Listen, shout out to Lone Star up in this mother. Lamont over here rocking with us. Appreciate the show support, people. Periodically scan your relationships. Because if something's going on, it's there. You've just gotten so comfortable and your life is probably so decent to where your decent life is a blanket over the bull crap that's right there under your nose inside of your home. Listen, that's why, why do you think when things periodically go awry and people say, man, now that I think about it, man, the signs was there. It's because the blanket of your lifestyle was covering the things. They were there. You just couldn't see it because you weren't looking for it. Listen, we are supposed to, even though nothing's going wrong, we're supposed to take our car for a tune-up every so often. We're supposed to take our car for an oil change. Nothing happened, but it's preventative maintenance is what it is. It's preventative maintenance. We're lazy, especially in America. We're really, really lazy. We're spoiled. The real Stacy Prince. Yeah, I think I have a white shirt, pink shirt on. Well, you guys will know it on the Cash App. But we're lazy and we're spoiled. We're lazy and we're spoiled. You hear what the woman said earlier. What did she say? What did she say? What did she say? Talking about protecting her peace. Did you know that there's occasion where your car's going to catch a flat tire? What's up with your peace then? Did you know that occasionally your trash can's going to be knocked over in front of the house? Did you know that? Spoiled. Spoiled, spoiled. And it's crazy, to be honest. See, men don't have the luxury of even faking ourselves like throughout the regular day. Men contemplate things going wrong. It's our life. It's our life. We're familiar with this. Things typically happen that men have to fix. I appreciate it, Hot Rod. Things typically happen where men have. Listen, with men, it's not even always our stuff that we have to fix. Stuff go wrong with you, and I got to get up out of the bed babe, listen, I was coming home from, I know it's 3 a.m. I was coming home. I don't know what's wrong with my car. Yep, I'm on the 105. See what I'm saying? The reason why women aren't evolving, but instead are regressing, is because the things that cause us as human beings to grow and advance and evolve, society shields you guys from those things. Tough times forge us. Tough times cause our brains to have to exercise more often so that we can figure these things out. Problem solving skills, critical thinking skills, our cognitive abilities, right? You guys are so spoiled to where you never have to exercise these muscles, right? And look what it's done to you. Look how the world views American women. It's because you're spoiled. You're so into protecting your peace. I don't want my peace always there. I don't want peace all of the time. How the hell am I going to grow? How, Sway? I need to bump up against some adversity. What do you think working out is? It's putting stress on your body. But look at the result afterwards. Look at the result afterwards. Look at what your body, the reward of your body. Yeah, men play the game on Madden mode. It's real. It's why we're so advanced. It's why we're so advanced. Listen, shout out to my bro Ali up in this Hassan up in this situation with the Cash App. God, I love these incense. Y'all know how I feel about incense. Like a 4-alarm blaze up in here. Jeez. All right. If it's any women in the comments who got questions, come on up. Come on up. Or if you have disagreements with the show. Listen, I'm telling you, you guys need to really be paying attention to how things are going in your house. You really need to be paying attention to how things are going in your house. Because I'm not saying you should have to catch a woman cheating and then put her back in place. But if you can avoid a huge part of your life plan collapsing because you intervened, why not? It's called a life plan. If you can avoid, now me myself, I don't want a woman who's going to cheat. I'd prefer to let her. But what I'm saying is, if you can see things taking place in your house, check them at the door. Let's say it like this. Let's say it like this. Baby, I'm not going to lie. I seen somebody and maybe I did flirt with. He flirted with me a lot, but I was resisting, but I flirted back like a couple of times. Okay, so I mean, you want to be with him, then it's all unfortunate. We had a life plan or whatever, but whatever you have going on, I can't allow it to destroy what could be salvaged of my life plan that I had built around me and you. So if you feel some type of way, maybe. And now she's been rebooted by your assertiveness. She's been rebooted by your dominance over the situation. And now she's attracted to you again. But some of you still wouldn't want her, right? I respect that. I respect that. That's Shrimpina's bald head too. Bring your ugly ass up here. You know your name.
What's up, loser?
What's up, Shrimpina?
I just said your hands sound dry. You might ought to get some lotion,
Okay.
some Vaseline at the very least.
Okay, what if they're dry? Tell me what if they are.
I just said they dry. Maybe you should do something about it. You gonna start a fire.
Guess what it is?
Dry?
Probably money dust. How about that?
No, it's not.
How about that? Listen, you
Money
remember
don't make you dry.
you remember you came up here lying to us talking about you was married?
I probably lie about a lot of things when I get on here. I just be talking because it make you mad.
You think you being a liar makes me mad? Are you crazy? Get clicks off of you,
I like to get you
weirdo.
upset. I like the fact that you came out that 3-piece suit. Like I suggested.
Do you know what a 3-piece suit is?
Yeah. The
Tell,
ones you've been having on.
tell me what a 3-piece suit is.
A 3-piece suit. Dummy.
Tell me what it is.
A 3-piece suit.
3-piece. It means there's 3 pieces, right?
Right.
So have you ever seen me in a 3-piece suit?
Yeah. I seen you out here like the last time I seen you.
So the last time you seen me, I had a vest on.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. I really don't keep up with you like that. Like I said, I do just be talking. So I come on your live when I'm bored.
No disrespect.
You easily
Listen, no disrespect, but I'm going to be
irritable.
honest. You know what I do know? I know that your head is fire. I know it is. Listen, do you know who we get the most sexual gratification from? Women we don't have to care about. Women who we already view them a certain type of way. So those type of women, we say, oh, I'll do anything to her. I flip her over. I could do this and that. And they're expendable. Like when you have no purpose and things like that. Now, a classy quality woman, on the other hand, we care about how we treat her. Like we have to be delicate
Why aren't
with
you
her.
going and caring for your classy woman? Why are you having conversations with the whatever you called it? And you know
Because I'm a content creator.
Okay. So you don't have any quote unquote classy women to engage with.
I'm too unattractive.
Oh, yeah.
Too small downstairs for one.
I believe it.
Oh. Plus I'm on the down low.
That's your business. Good for you.
Right. Can I speak to your husband?
Support the community.
Can I speak to your husband?
Can I speak to yours since you're part of the community?
Yes, after you fulfill my request, because it's childish for you to answer my request with a request.
Well, I already told you I'm childish. So I came on here. You know I'm childish.
Let me ask you this.
When you bring your husband, I'll bring mine.
I forget, it's all good. Let me ask you something. Are you proud of yourself?
Yes.
Do you think you love yourself?
Yes.
Do you think you're a confident woman?
Yes.
Okay. People, I want to show you guys how most African American women tell these damn lies every day. Shrimpina, would you mind camming up so we can see you?
Girl, no. I have told you a million times. I'm not finna
What
put my face
we've got here is failure to communicate.
You know what we found out? You guys haters. We don't give a damn about those filtered and makeup. Filters on top of the makeup pictures. We don't care about that. You think we don't know about that? You guys hate yourselves.
You can literally see my face right there. No filter. Straight.
Well, you come up here and you attempt to disrespect me often, but I have no qualms showing my face. That's fine. That's fine. I don't care about that. I have no qualms showing my face. Would you show yours?
No, because I don't want to. I don't feel the need to prove a point to you because
Ma'am, you
you're
know that
not.
you're not
You're
adequate.
you're a plaything. That's the. This is fun for me. You
Listen,
don't
what
prove
city
that.
are you
This
in?
is a
Oh,
plaything.
that's fine. What state are you in?
Not the one you're in, probably.
Well, listen, I'm kind of attracted to you, to be honest.
Yeah, I know. That's why you keep bringing me up. I know, and that's why I keep coming on here. Because I know you like me.
Okay. So I'm just asking what state you're in.
And don't worry about it.
Why can't I worry about it?
It says it in my bio. I know you've looked.
The
I like this
arrogant one,
game.
aren't we?
I like this game.
Well,
Be bored.
it's not a
I like
game.
this game.
I'm
It
just
is
the
a
best
game.
time that I've had in my life was with women like you, like on an actual level. Like, see, there's two different types of women. The women we have to care about, the women who are very valuable and things like that. We have to treat them a certain way. We have to put effort into them. We don't just go to them and say, "What that mouth do?" Right? We can't go to them like that because these are valuable women. But there's also another demographic of women that we come across and we say she goes in the sex only box. And that doesn't mean you have to disrespect her or anything like that. But she's good to call and what you up to? Let me take you over to Krispy Kremes and bring her back to the house. You guys peel the paint off of the walls in the house. And yeah, I haven't had one of those in a long time.
And you think you saying that is going to affect my confidence? How?
No, I'm thinking that it will get me
Because
your phone number so we can get this thing going.
no, there is no thing going. Not that you want it to go, at least.
Tell me why, if I'm attracted to you.
Because I'm not attracted to you.
Well,
What
would
do you
you?
mean?
I mean, it has nothing to do with you
I
being.
don't. Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't. I mean, as long. Okay, so can
I like messing with you.
Well,
I'm bored.
well, can we talk
And
as
I'm a
friends
mean
sometimes?
woman. No.
We can't
Yeah,
talk
we
as
are
friends.
talking as friends right now.
I'm talking about in private. Can we talk as friends in private sometime?
God, no.
Why not?
You're welcome for the views, by the way. They've been up since I've been in
here. They've been up since you've been in here?
If you're confident, turn on your camera. Why don't you put your face on... Why don't you come up for your face?
But listen, let's talk a little bit more about us.
I don't want to talk about us. I want to talk about Sir Charles of Detroit. Get your no hairline having ass out of here. Talking about ghetto. You know what's ghetto? You looking at this man in his quarter zip on a damn at not 11:15. Say nonsense. That's what's ghetto. You can have your show.
Listen, tell me what state you're in.
Tell me what state you in. And your hands still sound dry. You ain't put no damn lotion on.
It's all good. Tell me what state you're in. Regardless, it's only a flight away, right?
Members of the bonnet crew. How did you know I had my bonnet on? That's so crazy.
You gonna keep ignoring me?
What are we talking about, chat?
So what's up? What state you in? Listen, those are very, very valuable women right there. Very, very, very valuable. I'm telling you, and I'm not even joking. Like, if you're at a space in your life when if you're on your purpose right now, and a very valuable woman, it's not time for that right now because you would have to put her to the side. These are the women who deserve respect and things like that. You don't want her because you don't want to disrespect her. Don't want to create a circumstance where you break her heart or hurt her feelings. These women right here, they are so valuable because you really don't have to care, how the thing turns out and things like that. Her sex is probably amazing. It's probably amazing. I'm telling you. You know how I know? Because anything goes with her. She has no boundaries. She has no limits. You can make up some stuff in your head and she'll probably be open to trying it. Let me see what was her, who is that? Takina. What is it? Shrimpina. Listen. Might even be able to pay for it. Odds are significant. See, the reason that that's cool, ladies, I want to talk about something. I want to talk about something to the ladies. Some of you wonder why we mess with certain women. It's because we don't have to. There's a game, and now I know the women are familiar with this game, so don't act like you're not, ladies. You know, there's a little bit of awkwardness sometimes associated with after sex, right? You know what time it is. You know I really want you to leave, right? But then there's the awkwardness of we have to pretend that we're going to sit here and see women like Shrimpina. There is no issue at all with hitting her with the infamous belt buckle jingle. She doesn't even mind the infamous belt buckle jingle. Shrimpina's the type that'll kick herself out. Soon as you bust your baby batter off in her belly button, Shrimpina's the type that'll just take her hand, wipe your baby batter off of her stomach, right? Wipe it onto her shoulder, something like that. Look, I know you don't want me around. Where my panties at? See, listen, ladies, listen, let me say this. And now this is on a serious level. I'm going to tell you, ladies, something. Yes, I'm thinking about you, fool. I just tried to get you to fly out. Yeah. I'm going to tell you, ladies, something. Now, this is even for the valuable women. If you're dealing with a man who is about his purpose, a man who has things going on, a man who's trying to accomplish significant things, and you guys do your thing. He's respectful to you. He takes you out there. He's respectful to you. Sometimes master the art of kicking yourself the hell out after sex. Right? Not in a disrespectful way. Because with women we care about, when men bust their jungle juice off, something comes over us. It's like a loud burst of inspiration. Like if we had writer's block before you came over, if we were stuck on a problem, we were stuck on this, it's like we have a burst of do it, right? And like there's been times where afterwards I'll roll over and get on my laptop like, you know what I'm saying? Miss She Said, my girl. And be able to almost write a book, right? So sometimes master the art of kicking yourself out. Here's all you got to do, ladies. If you really want to impress a man, if you really want to become valuable in his life, afterwards, do this while you putting your shirt back on. All right, Goofy. Oh, all right, big head. I'm about to go. Because, see, there's going to be some times where he's going to say, I want you to lay up and chill out with me. Let's watch a movie, right? So it works both ways, and that's on a serious level. There's times where we want you to get the hell out because what you just did with us was so amazing. We want to reminisce about it, lay up in the dark, maybe turn on a movie, and enjoy everything that we just did. See, I give you guys jewels on men that you don't want to. Rodney crazy. Listen, you guys think I wouldn't deal with Shrimpina for real? I really would. See, she's the type that she won't impede on your life and things like that. You don't have to do any faking. Afterwards, you just hit her with the infamous belt buckle jingle, or you hit her with, oh shit, shorty, what you about to get into? And she knows her place. She knows her place. See, that's the cool part about dealing with women like that. Like, she knows that certain men are out of her league. She knows that after we do what we do, I'm not going to put my arm around the back of your neck and give you a kiss or any of that. A woman like Shrimpina, due to her value, she takes a lot of work out of this adventure. Whereas sometimes you got a quality woman, maybe a 5 or a 6, right? A 6. You got a 6. You kind of got to play that thing because you are impressed with the way she looks, and she's a good girl. You don't want to treat her bad, so you're not really gonna knock her upside the head with the infamous belt buckle jingle, right? These guys are just gonna have to play it out. You're gonna be in the bed, you know what I mean, arm around her, remote control, flipping through the TV, right? And even if you do want her to leave, and it's not because she's a bad person or not because you use her, it's just one of those times where you don't feel like cuddling, right? You can't do her like that. You're gonna have to play the whole thing out. With Sharpina, you could push her out of the bed and push her on the ground on top of 3 or 4 glasses and some peanuts that you guys got on the floor, and she knows to just get up, start putting her shirt on, like, boy, you stupid. And she knows, right? This is why I say women like this are very, very valuable. They're very valuable. Sweets. Oh no, Kelvin said Shrimpina is. No, we don't do no biggins now. We don't do no biggins. Yeah, that's a different story right there. We don't do no biggins. Where's Shrimpina at? I ain't never been to her profile. Let me see. Okay, I'll take that back then. I ain't know we had an overweight lover in the house. This fool in Alabama. This girl could barely read. S- 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 simplified, Stacy. Uh, yeah, I can't tell. Shrimpina might be one of the big ones. I also think Shrimpina got them things like the National Geographic that just weird really down by the belly button. I think so. Let me see. I don't think she that big. She sure going to, no, she ain't that big. She actually nice looking. How much, Shrimpina? Well, we'll talk about that in the DM. Shrimpina. Yeah, she ain't that big. She got to be careful though. She got to be careful. She probably shouldn't have more than one Snicker. She got them kids though. We already knew that though. Dog, Shrimpina, we can't do nothing. Damn it! Damn. Yeah, we had a thing for the time we had a thing. Man, I left this woman with some kids, or them men. Could you imagine how bad them kids is? See, that's another thing that I tell y'all, man. We got to watch who we be having kids by, too. Where's she at, man? Now they're gone. I seen her body at one time. Let me see. Well, I tell you what, you women be hiding these bodies like 007. I'm talking about they be going above and beyond the duty. She got 2 cats. She got 2 cats. She got them kids too now. She got them chillins. You need to take that nose ring out too. I'm not feeling that. Let me see. Well, she got one picture that show her body, and that thing shoots by fast. Let me see something. Jeez, many women don't be playing about showing their body. They get up out of there. Yeah, she got the good. There's just no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that. She got some good. That is a fact. She can't have, she's got to have good. Look at this goofy said as if I would risk being tied to a man for the rest of my life. You are goofball if you gave him seed. And if you're not, it means you're going to likely raise a criminal. This is what we're dealing with, people. It's what we're dealing with. As if I would allow my kids to be around somebody who can teach them how to be a man. You see how crazy you are? Last time the woman was on the show, she told us she was married. Now, it's the second, third time we didn't have this girl around, and we don't hear not hide or hair of a masculine man in the background. She admits I lied about being married. She admits it. Crazy work. And see, Shrimpina, I was seriously thinking about cuffing you too, but you in Alabama, I know you got something. Or had. Yeah, because you know, chlamydia and stuff like that, you probably get a shot in the butt and that's gone. I don't think you got the serious one. I don't think you got herpes or nothing like that. Nigga did leave you with some kids, though. I don't know. I'm going to have to figure this out. You're an exception, Sweets. I'm not going to lie. I want access to her. Come and talk to
Girl,
me.
what do you want?
What's up, babe?
Somebody, will you give these women in the chat some attention? Because I don't think you be giving them as much attention as you giving me.
I said, what's up, babe?
And they feeling kind of hit.
You said they feeling kind of hit.
You gonna pay for the flight or no?
Yeah. But what we gonna do with the kids?
But since you know where I'm at, kids.
You know I'm on your profile,
your
right?
Kids is grown, ain't they?
You know
your kids grown?
You know I'm on your profile, right?
Yeah.
Okay, kids.
Yeah,
yes.
You've been on my profile for the last 12 minutes?
Mm-hmm. But you know
what makes you think that's my child?
I don't know many people who just ride around with other people's kids and put them in their daggone pictures.
It was a picture when I had just got my nose pierced.
You know good and well
And I
you
don't
ain't the
take
type who ain't got
pictures.
no kids. You couldn't survive not having no kids. You could not survive the dating the highway without getting, yeah. But tell me how many you got, cause you tell me, I'm the man. I'll figure out how we gonna navigate around these daggone kids.
See, look, Sweets is asking you to go on a date, and you talking to me. Bring Sweets up. Sweets, come on, where
Sweet's
y'all
my
want to
girl.
go?
Sweet's been up here. Sweet's
Sweets,
come up
I'm
here
in
whenever she
Alabama.
want
Where
to.
y'all want to go? I put y'all on all spots. What part of
Hey, you
Alabama
talk
you
to
in,
me when
Sweets?
you up here. You stop
Hey,
being
Sweets,
down.
I got you.
You hear what I said?
I
You
got you,
stop being down
Sweets.
there in the comments when you talking to me.
Sweets, what's up, girl? What part of Alabama you in?
Y'all don't even know. Me and what's the name gonna be talking tonight. I ain't had one of those in quite a while. One of the ones that you really don't have to care about, that you just guys just do your thing. It's been a minute. It's been a minute to be honest. And I'm telling you, they're very, very valuable. They're very, very valuable. See, man, I'm gonna say this. Now it goes against the Bible, so I'm not promoting anything that goes against the Bible. But if you're just gonna be out there, which you shouldn't be, those of you who have a purpose and you got something going on that you're trying to complete, business you're trying to start, book that you're trying to write, anything. These are things that are demanding of time, right? So you don't really have kind of at that moment, you don't have time for a girl, a serious relationship. And it's not wise to be bouncing from woman to woman. I tell women when I'm in that space, I'm fan of companionships. Excuse me. I let people know what a companionship is with me. It's I'm not dealing with nobody else. You're not dealing with nobody else. It saves me time. It saves me money. It allows me to continue executing at high levels, whatever it is that I'm working on, right? And there's only one woman who, you know what I mean, you can have an agreement with. Listen, and I'll say this. Shoot her some money every once in a while. On a serious level. I do this. Like, because a woman who yields herself to you whenever you want to see her and things like that, that is very valuable. That is very valuable. And I'm talking about even a quality woman, a good woman. You know what I mean? I don't think men should have access to a good woman who she really does come over when you ask her to come over. Not even just for SCX. When you need somebody to spend time with and things like that, and she'll stop what she's doing or she'll make room for you in her schedule, do something cool for her sometime, because to me, that is a service. That is a service. I wanted you over here, right? There's something that you coming over here does for me, enhances my life in a way, makes me, I'm not talking about every time, but I'm saying, a lot of men, you guys get caught up on this red pill content and things like that, and you think that just because you're a man, a woman's supposed to shut up and do what you say and all of those things. That's not the case. This is a transactional society we live in. And if there is a woman who she legit does bring value to your life, compensate her. Make her life a little bit easier. There's some of those times, listen, she should get a cash app. Just fill your tank up, girl, right? Or I got the mobile detail out in your front yard. They say they about to knock on the door, right? That's how I move. Because, then you get pissed off. Then you get pissed off when you say, hey, baby girl, nothing, just thinking about you. 1 o'clock in the morning. And you really do want some company. You can swing through. Now you pissed off because she says she can't. You haven't incentivized her in any way to be at your beck and call. Listen, you don't even have to break the bank. Periodically, send that girl $100. It's worth every bit of it. She won't be able to say you don't do anything for her. She won't be able to say that you're not a benefit in her life. You will have poised yourself in a way that if you were to ever not be in her life, she would feel the absence. Somebody she can call sometimes and get some type of assistance and things, right? I wouldn't prefer it any other way. I want you to feel obligated to me. I want you to feel like it's beneficial to you to come at my beck and call. Yeah, you guys better learn about shortcuts. You better learn about the shortcuts. Lone Star definitely up in this situation. You know what? I'm going to say this too. A lot of people led men wrong. They led us astray when we were younger. They was putting too much emphasis on tricking, calling us tricks if you do something for a woman. Why wouldn't you? Why do you think that you can keep getting access to this woman's body for nothing? Why do you think that, this girl is just really, really cool and she kind of comes over whenever you ask her to, even if it's not about sex, even if you need somebody to ride to this place with you, even if you need somebody to follow you to drop your car off at the whatever. I know we got Uber, but I'm just saying, like, listen, if you create a situation where that woman feels like you are an asset to her life, she will treat you like you are an asset to her life. You will be a priority. She will prioritize you in her life. I wouldn't have it any other way. Jay Crazy said, I keep a rotation of women. I've done that several times in my life, man, and it's not conducive to success as I found it. Like, I was doing too much. I was doing way too much. My time is very valuable. My time is how I build the things that lead to my success. You know what I mean? And Latricia up in this situation. All right, if there are no ladies who have any questions or disagreements with the show, want to come up, then we're about to up out of here. Hold on. Shout out to my bro BJ, man. I promise I was just thinking about you earlier, man. Where you been, man? This brother done been on a hiatus somewhere. You know what? Let me give you guys a treat. Shout out to Lone Star for the cash app. Okay, so my bro gonna keep the show going, so I'm gonna give y'all a treat. I need one more person to hit us off with the cash app. I'm finna give you guys a treat. Maybe. Good brother.
Peace.
Man, how you been doing, man?
You know me, man. I've been living the dream, man.
That brother said living the dream. Listen, and the crazy part is that we was talking about that at the beginning of the show. Bro, the crazy part is a lot of people don't know that we can, man. They really don't. We had some comments down in the comments like, people. There was one woman up here who was talking about, and I know you've heard this, man. These women running around here, man, latching on to these buzzwords and catchphrases, protecting my peace and all of this and that. Listen, you don't even know that if you stop acting foolish and live life in a realistic way, you can really, this thing can be like a dream for it. It can be really good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you got a lot of people attached to that foolishness.
That's real, man.
It
Listen.
keeps you separated from happiness.
Yeah.
And you refuse to connect your actions with the outcomes they're producing. That's what it
Hey, I told y'all I was going to give y'all a little treat. Shout out to my girl Sweets over here supporting the show. Listen, so I wanted to run something by you, bro. What we were talking about, what today's show is about, man, is when a woman becomes unattracted to her man, there's signs about that stuff, right? You'll see the distance, and when you become unattracted to a man, she'll probably don't really want you touching her and things like that. Sex is it's a chore and things like that. Let me ask you a question. In instances like that, when your woman starts acting funny and things like that, and you can tell something's in the air, she been acting funny about sex. And I'm not even necessarily saying she's cheating. It could be a hormonal thing. It could be a thing that a woman is going through. But when a woman starts treating you like she prefers not to engage with you, she's not doing certain things, she's turned off by you, how do you address something like that? You personally.
Relationships take work from both people, man. Right? And, as a man, I think it's important that we take care of ourselves. Hygiene's on point. You got to present a clean body. You got to present a mouth a woman wants to kiss.
Yep.
You need to clip your toenails.
Yep.
Make sure your feet don't stink. Have some sense. A woman wants to smell.
He said have some sense.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't care about none of that stuff, then I don't know why you would expect for a woman to desire you.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So I think as a man, if you taking care of the stuff that you're supposed to take care of, then, you're going to have less of that.
I agree.
Both men and women let themselves go in different ways. And rather than look in the mirror when problems arise, it's easier for them to turn around and blame the person you're with.
1000%.
Now, let's say that I'm dealing in a situation where I'm taking care of myself, and a woman begins to behave like she don't desire me. We going into a hypothetical, Stacy, because I wouldn't know nothing about that.
Right. You already know.
I wouldn't know. I couldn't tell you day one about that.
Gang definitely recognized gang.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to my brother Lewis over here dropping the cash on us in this mother. I appreciate you, my brother. But go ahead.
Yeah, I ain't never had no problem like that. With women, I'm pretty clear up front. Always let them know that monogamy and access are tied together. If you want me to eat at your restaurant, it needs to be open for business.
No doubt about it.
Otherwise, I don't want to hear nothing about me being down the street getting the gyro from the Coney Island.
That's real talk. That's real
talk. I don't want to hear nothing about it. So if you are a woman and you want a man to be monogamous with you, but you do not want to provide access, then you are a foolish person. And you will deal with men who are going to cheat on you and sneak around and do weirdo stuff all the time. You
I
can
agree.
sit up and blame that man all you want. You can call all men dogs and say they only want one thing. You can say anything you want. But if you're a woman who doesn't realize that for you to have a man even attempt monogamy with you, which is difficult because everything about our biology pushes us towards something different than that.
Right.
If you want a man to attempt by monogamy with you, your restaurant needs to be open for business.
I agree. And listen, I want to pivot some. We had a really good show, man. And since you done brought it up, man, we're going to talk about this, man. Listen. So the show was called, what it was, Do Baby Mamas Deserve Monogamy? Okay, now here's the premise. Like, you the perfect person to have this conversation with. So here's the thing, BJ. We know like we know this. Let's just be honest. Relationships are transactional, right? And some people try to make it seem like today it's just more prevalent today than it was. But in order to get a man to say, out of all of the beautiful women in the world, I forsake all of them and I will only focus on you for the rest of my life. Brother, something like that comes with a pretty hefty price tag. It comes with a pretty hefty price tag. And what we know is traditionally, when women were getting that from men, brother, we were getting it from virgins. Our grandfather was getting it from virgins, or bare minimum, women who probably only had 2 or 3 bodies, right? They didn't have any kids in tow and things like that. So it's my personal belief that if this woman gets monogamy, praise God, right? But a woman who has done significant levels of damage to herself, she's got like 30 bodies, and we know the average 40-year-old, she's probably got 40 bodies, right? She's got 2, 3 kids by 2, 3 different men, already average looking. I don't believe that woman has the right to ask for. If she gets it, it's cool. And I believe a man who goes into a relationship with her, if they go into an agreement, he should be trying to stand on that. But I believe this. If a woman acknowledges, because the premise came from this. A woman said, if a nigga do da-da-da-da, it's over with. But here she is with 3 kids. She's overweight and blah, blah, blah. So my premise is this. If a woman could really, honestly, and thoroughly self-evaluate and examine themselves and say, well, I didn't necessarily come into this thing completely whole either. I can't wear a white dress, 3 children, blah, blah, blah. I believe that it would allow them the opportunity to see where maybe my value ain't high enough to be being so picky and getting rid of somebody who looks like they could be a valid life partner. What's your thoughts on that, man?
I think women are always going to try to get whatever it is they can get. That's always going to be the play. They're always going to get whatever they can get. And I think that there are women who are comfortable now calling what you're describing something else. So you're saying they don't deserve monogamy. But so you got women who will
Hey, let me clarify that, BJ. What I'm saying is, I'm saying it's cool if you get it, but if that man cheats, you better weigh your options. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, so check this out. What you're saying is true factually. So this is why it's true factually. So you got a lot of women who they can't get the relationship with the type of man that they want. So what they do instead is they stay single, but they don't stay celibate.
Right.
So if you're single, but you're not celibate, then that means that the dude you laying up with lay up with other women.
Yep.
So you're not you think that you're avoiding a non-monogamous relationship by being in no relationship
Right.
at all, just getting your cheeks clapped. So
by somebody who's not even obligated to make sure that they don't have STDs and all those things to you.
Right. And so you'll have women who say, because I don't belong, I give my body freely, so I don't belong to anybody. And so these women will juggle multiple men. and it'll be getting juggled. And they have chosen a lifestyle like that because it's a way that they get to play with the terms of reality
Yeah.
so that they don't have to look in the mirror. And the moment they look in the mirror on it, they're in a non-monogamous relationship where they're freely giving their body to one or more men. And those men, none of them are being faithful to them. So they've chosen a worse situation than them being monogamous to one guy, but
Crazy, man.
without less options. And so this is just the foolishness of women. And a lot of them do this to themselves. And then
Listen,
they end up with more babies, or they end up with venereal diseases, or they end up with all of the chaos that comes along
listen.
with 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 giving your body freely
It,
in this
it's
manner.
it's similar, bro, to them saying, I won't go 50-50 even though I'm paying 100% right now. Bro, that stuff
Yeah.
is nuts.
And they go in 100%, and they single, but they're not celibate. So you're paying 100% of your bills. You got some dude that might cash out $40, $50 for your nails, $70, $80 for your
Yeah.
nails every other week or something like that. But beyond that, he just comes and knocking your stuff out. And you're paying 100% of your bills, but you're still giving up your body. When he come over, you're still cooking. I used to have a deal like that. I had a girl. She used to work for the Pepsi company.
Mm-hmm.
Very attractive woman. And, she didn't want no relationship. And anytime I come over, she'd cook.
Yep.
I mean, it'd be delicious. She'd be sitting up in something nice. I eat. We watch some Lifetime because those are the shows she would watch. And then I take her to the room
Yep.
and
Cool relation. Cool agreement.
completely discombobulate her spine. Wake up in the morning and then go on about my business. And I stayed the night there some nights, and she was cool. And I mean, it's a lot of women living like that. And because a woman have enough discretion and they have so much access, they can set up situations like that. And then you deal with them and never know. You'll never know that they had some dude that was just a come through thing that just come by, tear their bottom out, and then dip. And so you got a lot of women where if you tell them like, hey, it's gonna be difficult for you to get a man to be monogamous with you, but you can get a commitment from a man where he might build value in a relationship with you, care about you very deeply, look out for you, be committed to you, but he's not going to be monogamous. And the woman will say, well, that's disgusting. No, I won't do that. What I'm going to do instead is I am going to be single, not celibate. And I'm going to give my body freely when I feel like it. Have a couple of regulars, and those guys are all juggling chicks too. But
Listen,
I'm not going to ever look closely enough at all of this to see I've chosen a much worse and much more dangerous situation for myself and my body.
listen. Let me ask you this, BJ, because we know. Hey, sweets, don't go nowhere. We know what we think about what they allow to happen to their bodies and things like that. Just it's like a ravaging. It's like a ravaging. Do you think that a lot of women have accepted being trash? Like just letting men just being trash, man.
No, they call us. What women have done is they turn reality inside out. So they just make it seem like they using a man. That's what it's foolishness.
Hey man, as soon as you said that, it brought a conversation to mind. What woman said that, man?
Yeah, they think they using you, even though you sitting on the corner of their bed and they're making a sloppy mess out of their own face, and they're the one getting used, and you the one getting used.
Yeah.
It's foolishness. It's foolishness. This is why you can't. They have to be underneath the headship of a man.
I agree 1,000%.
What they come up with on their own
is
Sweets.
destruction for themselves and destruction for their children.
Sweets. Can you hear me? Sweets, I don't know. You might be over there under them sheets with somebody on this good Friday night with some wine or something. On this Saturday, what you got going on, Sweets? Yeah, Sweets over there misbehaving. Sweets, you can't hear me?
It's the way you be saying this, Stacy.
Huh?
You know that you say that a woman with children don't deserve monogamy,
Uh-huh.
or they need to accept non-monogamy. When you explain it that way, then they hear that if I have children, then no man should be faithful to me and whatnot. They, if you have the conversation from the angle I just had it, then they'll admit like, yeah, they single, not celibate. So I'm getting my cheeks clapped, and I'm in some man's rotation, and I'm getting nothing out of it, and it's not even pointing at a relationship.
I think even from past that perspective, I think she doesn't qualify. Bro, listen, when me and you mess our lives up, bro, we don't qualify for certain things, man. We can't work for the government. You go get a felony, you can't work for the government. There are things that we do and don't qualify, bro. You agree with that?
Oh, 100%. Women hate that. Those are called consequences.
But men have to deal with it.
No, the women got to deal with them too. They just they call it oppression.
My
That's
girl's
all.
sweet.
They call it misogyny. A woman will look at the natural consequences of her actions and feel like that's a form of oppression or misogyny.
Yeah, you're right too.
That the world is unfair. So you have a woman that set up, screwed, ate up dinglings.
You know I'm gonna have to use that from now on. Anytime these women come up here getting disrespectful, he said, "Ate up dinglings." It's over with, ladies. Y'all better not get the slightest bit disrespectful.
You know what I'm saying? They've been running around, getting their cheeks clapped, being irresponsible, and then they turn around and all the men that they dealt with, they'll say those men used them.
Bro, a woman's mind is diabolical, for real. You say you use me. Man, listen here. You done got passed around by the whole football team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you did what you wanted to do. Nobody convinced you not to do it. And there was plenty of men that was like, your brothers was like, what are you doing? You're embarrassing me. Your father was like, you need to get control of yourself.
Yeah.
About you. People, your friends were like, girl, you doing too much. Yeah, the like every single person around you, you had dudes that wanted to holler at you. Like, I don't know why you disrespect yourself like this.
Yep.
Like, baby, you could be my girl. But you did what you wanted to do because it was fun and it felt good. Because let me tell you something, Stacy. Drinking make you feel good.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what make you feel better than drinking? Smoking a little bit of smoke.
Mm-hmm.
You know what make you feel better than having a drink and smoking a little bit of smoke? Drinking a little drink, smoking a little smoke, and getting your cheeks clapped.
Yep.
How good it feels is motivation in and of itself, without you blaming the white man or blaming misogyny or blaming anybody else. The feeling of it is a motivation within itself. So for you to sit up and pretend like the reason you did this is because somebody had to trick you.
Right. That's diabolical, bro. For real.
You did what you wanted to do. And
enjoyed it.
Yeah, you enjoyed it. You had a good time. You had a great time. And then when the consequences came around, the only play you have is to act like you stupid.
Yep.
And so you talk about how you was young and dumb, or you talk about how somebody took advantage of you, or how you didn't know your worth. These are all different ways.
Kevin Samuels couldn't stand that when they come up here and say I was young.
Yeah, It's bullshit. It's bullshit. You was doing what you wanted to do, and
Yeah.
now the consequences are here, and you don't want to pay them. And now dudes that are worth their metal, they that work to position
Yep.
themselves, don't want to share their life with you because you've been getting ran. You got the DNA of 1,000 YNs inside of your body,
Jeez.
and don't nobody want to reproduce with you because you've been pepper spraying your womb with Plan Bs for the last 10 years, and now that don't nobody want to deal with you, you act like that's because there's something wrong with men.
Men
They
ain't
must
shit.
be dead. Yeah, and so
Sassy on the down low.
right, and you can't get nobody else to agree with that except for gay men and other women.
Yep.
And so you find yourself in a sisterhood where it's nothing but homos and other women around that will validate that stupid shit.
And I'm gonna tell you something, BJ. That's very, very unfortunate, bro. How women feel about each other, man. Like, listen, most womenly secretly prey on the downfall of the other women, man.
Oh yeah,
They
because
do.
it validates their own story.
Yep.
So they want to see everybody else fail because I've seen women, bro. Let me tell you something. You know I only talk to guys who want to be husbands and want to be fathers.
Right.
Bro, the moment that you put a ring on your finger as a man, the moment that you put a ring on your finger, it's a woman trying to give it to you. I got a homeboy I was talking to. He told me, he said a woman was, he was out the other night, and he said a woman came up to him and said, and he's a good looking brother.
Right.
He's, 6'1", in really good shape. He's a really good looking brother.
Right.
And she said, I know you married. I know you married. But you can have me any way you want me.
Right.
The first thing a woman want to do when she see that you happily married is come in and fuck that up.
Yep.
That's the first thing.
She want to one up that other woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she want to fuck that up. That's the first thing she want to do. It's not the second thing she want to do, Stacy. It's not the third. It's the first thing she want to do. She want to come in and fuck that right up.
Yeah, they definitely die about. Listen. They even intentionally give each other bad dating advice, man. Because listen, I'm over here. I'm every bit of 260 pounds. I was born average looking. I got 2-3 children. Now I'm part of a clique of 4 girls. You know what I mean? And pretty much everybody's life is a little bit better than mine. Like, bro, they look at it like if somebody else in their crew fails or something like that, it elevates them up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Instead of having to look at them like they're above her.
Stacy, listen, I'm about to say something, and I don't want to offend none of the women here, but it's worse than that. It's worse than that. You're assuming that they're giving bad advice, meaning that the stuff they're saying they know is wrong. And that assumption gives them more credit than they actually deserve. A lot of the stuff they tell on each other, they don't even know it's stupid.
I knew you was finna say that.
They think the shit makes sense. You giving them too much credit. You giving them the credit.
I knew you was about to say that.
Because Stacy, if they knew the advice was bad, they wouldn't do the shit to themselves.
Nah, hold on. Yes, they would if pleasure was a byproduct of it. Like, see, that's what they're. Listen, BJ, you think that they don't know how to have babies? But why they let that man nut in them? And then after they had that baby, another Negro. Listen, even while she was pregnant, it was Negroes get. They know, man. It's what they are doing is they're sacrificing doing what's right over pleasure.
Oh no, I agree with that. But this is what you got to understand. The way a woman's mind works is very different than you and I. It's hard for us to consider because we use logic and reason and rationale, data, reality. A woman's not going to let a little thing like reality fuck her up. She's not worried about reality, okay? A woman will sit up and have unprotected sex with a man while she knows she in her little fertility window and say to herself, if I get pregnant, it was meant to happen.
You're right.
So
What they say,
because
God
let
don't
me
make
say,
no mistake.
yep, yep. And see, the reason, the the reason that the reason that they feel that way, and I know it's true, is because you'll have girls who run the street and sell it, and they dealing with 5, 10, 20 dudes in one day, and don't get pregnant one time, and be out there hooking for 5, 6, 7, 10 years. So if you can be out here sleeping with random dudes every day for 5, 6, 7, 10 years hooking, and then you ain't getting pregnant, but then you would this YN and you getting pregnant, you ain't stupid, and I ain't stupid either.
Right.
They doing what they want to do,
I agree with that.
and then when it don't work out, they turn around and they play game goofy.
Hey, listen, ladies down in the comments, if you agree with what he just said, give me a thumbs up. If you agree that women know what they're doing, even when it comes to these multiple children by multiple men, and they know that men don't like that, and that men will disqualify a woman for a serious relationship. If you believe that women know what they're doing, but they do it, and when the consequences hit them, they just make up a reason to portray themselves as a victim, give me a thumbs up if you believe that that's what's going on. Give me a thumbs down if you think they simply don't know no better.
Yeah, they know what's up. They know what's up.
Bro, they
Even
so
when
messed
men
up
stupid,
today, you don't know what to think. For real.
bro. That's why you gotta find a woman that loves God, man.
Yep. BJ, I don't
If
have these
and that ain't
problems, bro. None. I don't have these problems, bro.
they if they don't love God, then they not even gonna be close to the mark. They're not even gonna be close to the mark. They're gonna be totally out there. There's women where they sit up, and you got guys that have gotten on the internet and laid this stuff out so clear
You right.
that it can't be misunderstood, and it's so obviously true and right. And then you have a woman come back and say some bird brain shit.
Cuban mix. My girl. You're not lying, man, because it rocks our mind. Just hearing it sometimes, bro, it like rocks our mind, man. But I've
Yeah,
learned this. I've learned to view them more as children. Like, I believe that unless a woman is under the leadership of a man, or has been under the leadership of a man for a significant time at one point in her life, I believe she's simply a liability. That's what I believe.
yeah. I say all the time, women are children, and women don't like to hear that. But let me tell you, okay, this is why I say it. Stacy, if we just gonna take one scenario, if a man come up to you and throw a drink in your face,
Ja Flip.
what is he? What expectations do he have about how you gonna react if a man walk up to you and throw a drink in your face? His
Sweets.
expectations is you gonna knock the furniture out of his mouth.
100%.
Okay. Even if he's 5'2", even if he's 5'5" and he weigh 140 pounds, he know he about to get Zangief pile drive into the dirt, right?
That's
Okay. All
that's
right.
what's expected.
Okay. That's what he's expecting. All right. When a woman put her hands on you or screws with you, she knows she's betting her life on the fact that you are going to show restraint,
Yep.
even though she is showing none. And so the reason that I say women are children is because the social expectations that are placed on a man about how he's supposed to deal with a woman are the exact same social expectations that are placed on a man for how he's supposed to deal with a child.
Yeah.
If a 12-year-old threw some water on you, you ain't supposed to get up and punt kick that kid into the street, right? But
You right too. You right.
yeah, so there is no difference between how you are supposed to behave and how you treat a woman versus how you behave when you and how you treat a child. They are the exact same thing.
BJ, you
So
seen
that's
that
why I
clip?
said,
Listen, I got it on my
what's
phone. It's just on the Instagram, bro. Listen, it's a clip that's going viral, man, of a dude and his chick getting into it in the back seat of an Uber, man. And she just fire off on him, and they going at it, and he drop her one. You know what I mean? And she don't back down. She's like, mother effing. They calm down for a second, and she telling the driver, take me here. I don't want. Get me out of this mother effing. And he like, no, you ain't going nowhere. You chilling with me and da 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 da. She said, mother effer, you hit me. He said, you hit me first. She said, but I'm a girl.
yeah, yeah,
Hey man, this
makes
is a
sense.
different level of delusion, bro. It really,
No, that makes perfect
basically,
sense.
let me break your nose. Let me black your eye. Let me do real damage to you, and you just chill.
Yeah, and she's 100% right. She's 100% right. We ain't supposed to be putting our hands on women anymore than we supposed to be putting our hands on kids. They are children. Women are children. And if you deal with a woman that wants to put her hands on you, you need to get rid of that
I
woman.
agree, bro.
You
She
don't
can't
sit
listen,
up and fight with her.
bro. I'm not doing none of the loud talking. Listen, I just don't listen. BJ, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Now it's not 100%, but typically, bro, I prefer my women to say I instead of I. I'm dead serious, bro. Like if you're not feminine, if you're not a lady, we're not gonna have a lot to talk about. We're not gonna have a lot to
Nope.
talk about, bro. So that's
I'm
why I
not
don't
gonna have
have
to
these
yell
horror
enough at
stories
you.
that these other people have, bro. Like the women who come in my life, I don't have to train them to behave because these are women who simply desire that the world look at them in a respectful way. These are the
I know,
women
but
who can
that's a
still
discernment thing.
cry when their feelings get hurt. You know what I'm saying?
That's a discernment thing. You know, it's crazy. You just said that. One of my homeboys, he said to me, he just said this to me about 2 days ago. He said, man, he said, the best advice you ever gave me was to pick a woman where when she's upset, she cries about it.
It's
Because
real.
the alternative is that you get a woman that want to sit up and fight you or yell and get passive aggressive and her mouth gets slick.
Fuck ass
Get yourself
nigga.
a good, yeah.
Down
Get
low
yourself a
nigga.
good, yeah. Get yourself a girl where you say something or something happened and that she upset, where she gonna go and cry about it. Because guess what happened? If you see her crying, you feel bad, and you go and then you try to make it better. But if she come at you and you got to be all types of bitches and hoes, then next thing you know, you,
Yeah, man. You know I'm not going for none
the
of
cops
that,
is
bro.
getting called. You know, so these women they think they're supposed to stick up for themselves by cursing you out and calling you everything but a child of God. And they don't know that if they were to sit in their femininity and be like, he hurt my feelings, and sit up and cry about it, that that man will say, well, damn, baby, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to do
Yep,
this.
yep.
I'll come back. You come back and do this, that, and the third. You understand? So that's why for me, if the girl ain't feminine, I don't want to talk to you.
Bro,
I
I
don't
don't
care
mess with it at
what it look
all,
like.
bro. I don't mess
I
with it at
won't deal
all.
with you.
Listen, I bring my girl up here, bro. I bring Sweets up here, man. You hear Sweets' voice. See, that's what I be saying, man. Like, and I'm gonna say this to all of the men too. I've been telling you guys, man, you are responsible for the type of woman you end up with, man. We can't say that to the women, but it don't apply to the men. What, she snuck herself up on you? No, you're supposed to be the caliber of man who won't even tolerate the type of nonsensical individual who will come in your life and bring chaos. She's not even supposed to be capable of it. I told you, I deal with women who still have their souls intact. Like feelings get hurt and she might drop a tear. Somebody call her a bitch. This woman's feelings to be hurt or something like that. I'm talking about somebody whose soul is still intact because she hasn't experienced a significant degree of the harshness of the world. You know what I mean? And when you got people who have repetitiously experienced heightened levels of dysfunction and harshness of the world, well, that's simply what it is. They're immune to that. So not only do they have the propensity to dispense those heightened levels of dysfunction and harshness of the world into your life, they're now seeking to go on to higher levels of dysfunction. That's what they do. And bro, I can't
Dealing with a
imagine a
woman that's
world where
gonna
I'm
sit
dealing
up
with
and
that.
yeah, you're dealing with a woman that's gonna sit up and fight with you, and I'm not gonna fight with you. I'm not. If I can't correct you, if I can't direct you, if I can't instruct you, then I don't want you around. If you don't want to learn anything from me, if I'm not the type of guy that you look up to, that's no
Right,
problem.
right,
There are girls that think that I've got something to say and they want to hear me.
right.
There are girls that want a man that's gonna tell them how to make him happy because they gain pleasure themselves from making a man happy. Let me tell you something. I get pleasure from making my woman happy. I gave her a back rub and a foot rub tonight.
Right.
Made me feel great to
Right.
do that for her tonight. She was tired. Thanksgiving wore her ass out. So I was happy to rub her feet and rub her back. You know what I'm saying?
That's just how
So
men
to
are, though,
me,
man. Men are selfless. You see what I'm saying? We've been talking about that lately, man. Men are different than women, man. We seek to make them happy, man, and they seek to make them happy.
y'all on the same page.
Y'all on the same page. But me, I'll be honest, bro. The type of women that I end up with, man, they yeah, like, man, I'll walk in and there'll be happy birthday stuff all across the, you know what I mean? So I still believe, man, it's up to the man. You should not even see when you hear people like us up here having these conversations. We're speaking from what we know is taking place. We're speaking to the things that are hurting the black community. But this stuff that we talk about, I've told you guys for 4 years, this isn't my personal experience.
Yeah, it's a lot of people, man, where their understanding of what they're supposed to be doing has been completely mutated by them growing up in households where they never watched their mother be treated as a wife.
Yep.
And they never saw they never were treated as daughters. They were never protected as young women. So they don't know what to do with a man that ain't trying to bend them over.
Right.
They don't know what to do with a man that ain't somebody to compete against. You know, they don't have only ever dealt with their brothers and cousins and some nigga that's trying to screw them.
And therefore, this is weird to them. This encounter with this decent man is actually pretty weird. And I don't know how to navigate through it.
Yeah, that's what's going on with a lot of them.
Thanksgiving was cool for you, though, bro?
Well, let me tell you something, man. I ate, and then I went right into my living room, laid on the couch, and me and my dad passed out.
That's real.
Me and my dad passed out, bro. We didn't stand a chance.
That's a blessing.
When I tell you that she shut it down, when I tell you that she absolutely shut it down, it was over, bro.
That's what's happening.
I was on that treadmill.
I promise I was about to say that. I said, well, it's time for the gym.
Oh, yeah, bro. I did 3 miles this morning. I've been doing, I normally just do like a mile to warm my body up before I hit my lift.
Right.
And I upped it to 3. Because God knows I'm in full big back mode.
Come on, man. I'm about to go ahead and shut this thing on down, man. I appreciate you coming up and rocking out with me, bro.
Yeah, it's good to see you, man. Stay in touch with me. I don't get on much anymore, bro.
I see, man. I noticed your absence.
Yeah, man. I've been staying off just because, you know, I listened to the conversation you had with that woman before I came up.
Shrimpina.
That foolishness.
Yeah, man.
I just subjective. I don't have these types of people in my normal life into my life online.
Right.
It don't make sense.
I agree.
For me to sit up and talk to people this crazy.
It's definitely energy.
Show you running, so I understand
content.
You know what I'm saying?
Teachable moments.
You running the show, but to me, the juice ain't worth the squeeze.
It ain't.
You know, nah, man. To sit up and to talk to a person like that, and to deal with that level of chaos and stupidity and immaturity and lack of civility no morals and can't even see it about themselves.
Yeah, man.
And then want to be slick at the mouth and their whole life in chaos. That don't make no sense. I can't deal with it.
See, that's the
rebuke-
bare minimum. It's
I
a bad
rebuke it in
energy
the name of
transfer.
Jesus.
Right, right.
Yeah, I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. I can't
Come
deal
on,
with it.
man. I'm with you when you're right. Hey, man, but you know I'm going to stay in touch, man. I appreciate you, my guy.
Every time, brother.
You know
I'll
it.
holler back at you.
You know it.
Thanks for having me.
That's my man's right there. We've been rocking since I got started, for real. All right, people, we about to get up out of here. We're never going to do any more of those. Listen, some of you were here. Some of you were here. We messed around and did a 16-hour. Did I ever clip that show up? There's no way I did. I forgot about that. We did a 16-hour show. I'm gonna have to go. I appreciate it, sweets. But we're about to get up out of here, people. I appreciate you guys rocking out with us. Those of you who supported the show, you know what it is. We out of here.